What's going on, everybody? So it's Jesse back again with from What Now Society. So I'm out in the van doing a little bit of work, and I know it's been a while since I've made a video, and I'm gonna get to all of that here in about 2 or 3 videos, so watch out for that. The van, I'm out here doing a little bit of work right now, but it's pretty much at a similar spot, just continuing to tear things down and getting things cleaned. That's a big thing, getting things cleaned and prepped and everything. So this weekend I'm going to be wiring and insulating, and I'll kind of do an update video as well as some videos showing me doing that. So I'm going to get to that more this weekend whenever I get a chance to film. But this video today is, so I was outside working on the van yesterday, and 2 new friends stopped by and I got to hang out with them for a while. So Gary from ThatManNamedGary, list his YouTube channel below, and Will from LoveWill stopped by and got to hang out with them and see Gary's van, and we sat down and had a long kind of conversation on what we're planning to do with our vans, why we're doing what we do, and just a bunch of different really cool stuff. So we filmed it, and I want to put that out there. It's pretty long, so it'll probably come out in a video, you know, more than one video. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to the first part of that now and look for this weekend. Probably on Sunday I'll upload my progress as far as the build. So take care, guys. Peace.
So I guess since I wasn't recording, when do you think that you're going to be able to leave?
I don't know. I want to say sometime in the foreseeable future I'll be able to at least take a temporary time where I can travel. I'd like to say within the next year, if that's achievable. I don't know. I guess I'll see whenever the time I get there, but a year to a year and a half, I'd like to see myself being able to take a decent trip somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like next summer. Next summer is the goal.
Next summer, yeah, at least a portion next summer. I want to be able to. So, but I gotta see where I'm at, career-wise. I gotta see where I'm at. Who knows if I'll have the van done by then?
Yeah, yeah.
With the schedule, I mean, I've only hit one problem. So when I knocked that wire out, and the van wouldn't start, and I was like, I'm done. I screwed it up. Like, you feel so defeated. Yeah. Because you feel like you're flying high whenever you're like achieving and doing stuff, and you're like, this is going exactly how I wanted it to go, and then you do something and you mess it up. Yeah. And like I shut down, like I didn't work on it for like a week because I was like afraid to touch anything, because you're like, I'm gonna bust something, never gonna, you know. But then I started reading into it, and I was like, oh, it's one wire out, and then I was able to, I could like reboost you, because you're like, oh, I fixed something, now I can keep going. So, but yeah, I'd like to. My goal was to be able to start using it this summer. By mid this summer, I'd like to be out traveling, small weekend trips and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, I already have like some hiking trips planned and stuff that I'd like to be able to take it on, and camping trips, and I like to go down to, you ever go to Racetown Lake?
Yeah, I love Racetown.
Racetown Lake, got my parents' vacation there, so I'd like to be able to take it down there, but I'm just taking it one step at a time. So if I think too far in advance, then your mind starts going 5,000 different directions, so
yeah, you gotta, one step at a time. It's good to have like goals, but you gotta keep everything loose, or else like, you know, if you don't reach your goals, you get discouraged.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely know what that's about.
What's the most important thing you learned since you started this whole process? Like, if you could give advice to like the people that are trying to
most important thing I've learned is go slow. Go slow. And take your time, and don't do anything until you know exactly what you want to do and how you want to do it. You know, there was a couple times where there's probably parts that I could have salvaged. But now, and you can't have any regrets. That is, and with that, if you do something, you can't have any regrets, and you got to keep moving forward. There's parts I probably could have reused on the van that I ripped out, and the way I ripped them out, they're not going back in, or, you know, or like, you know, yeah, different things like that. But take your time, know what you're doing, and don't have any regrets. Because if you have regrets, then why are you doing it?
True. Yeah, that's right. That's good.
Yeah,
it's a good answer. It kind of actually, I can feed off of that, like, you know, because like a lot of the things, like, you know, I wanted to put solar power on my van and stuff like that, like I was talking about, and like ripping it apart and putting a new bed in there and stuff like that, but like I got to determine like what I'm gonna regret and what I'm not gonna regret and stuff like that. And I don't know, but that's good advice.
And like I think like what I mentioned earlier, don't look at those freaking hashtag Vanlife trends on Instagram and think that that's what you need to look like. Yeah. It doesn't matter, you know, if you can go in, you have a place where you can lay down and be comfortable, stay warm, and need what you need to do, or stay cool, or whatever, you know, you gotta be comfortable. Like, it's not going out and living if you're not comfortable. Some people might disagree, but I think you got to have a level of like being able to maintain. Like you can't be struggling.
Oh, definitely.
And in order to enjoy yourself and be able to do the things you want to, and not constantly be working on being able to thrive. You know, so. I think don't look at those pictures and think I have to make my van perfect and I have to go and back up to a lake and open the back doors and lay on the bed and take pictures. Like, no, like you gotta have a van. Like, of course you want it to look nice, what you think is nice. Who cares what somebody else think is nice? Because it's not their van.
Yeah.
And go out and use it. You know, don't let it sit in your driveway for a year and a half and build it. Go, you know, that's not why you bought it.
Yeah, I slept in the Walmart parking lot last night.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that is good advice though, because like I was telling him earlier, like people like they kind of see that, they see the end product or something, and they see like, oh my god, I'm never gonna be able to do that, or I never, you know what I mean? But instead of just like realizing that it doesn't, like usually it doesn't have to be the Instagram stuff. It can be like
yeah, as long as it's what you want.
Yeah.
If you want the Instagram stuff, then go. You know, if that's what you want, then go all out. You know, spend whatever money you want to, spend the time you want to.
And it's also something you can
work
do
up
over
to.
time.
Yeah,
You can start out simply and then slowly add.
Yeah, I think people think there's like a stigma in like the van life culture that you have to have like this, like Instagram perfect, Pinterest freaking van, and you don't. Like I've seen people that literally have it like I have it with a cot. There's a kid I follow on YouTube. I can't even remember his channel right now, but he took the seats out, ripped the carpet out, and has a cot and those like Rubbermaid containers, and that's it. And he travels all over the place and has a great time. His van like looks kind of rough, but
that's like ultra
simplicity.
simplicity.
Yeah, he enjoys himself. Like
no
that's
worries.
all that matters.
Yeah, you can go on the bare necessities. And I, you know, when I first even heard of van life, I kind of fed into that same mindset where like, oh, like, you know, I want to buy a van, I want to get solar power, I want to like, you know, do this and do that, and like I had like big dreams, big aspirations and stuff like that. But as time's gone on, I'm like, you know, I could do without this, I could do without this. So, you know, if you want to soup up your van and make it so like, you know, those crazy #vanlife Instagram pictures and stuff like that, like by all means, but like know that you can do it without it, and also know that if you do that, that might not be what you want. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You might actually have a better and more enjoyable time without all that stuff, you know, knowing that you have, instead of like spending all this money on stuff that you don't need, you have that money to travel to Europe or like travel like to California or like, you know, wherever you want to travel, you know, so. And
I did that already. Like I had bigger plans for the van that I've already backed down on it because I realized like there's no reason that I need to make it like this. Like I know I posted pictures on Instagram how I made my own all natural stain and like I couldn't find the color I wanted, so I literally made my own all natural stain, and I went and got tester pieces of wood and like sat in the basement and like tried it all out, and it came out perfect. And then after I got it all done, I was walking through Lowe's, like I was going in there to get like a can of glue or paint or something, and I like came across wall paneling for $12.99 a sheet that was the exact wall paneling that I wanted. It would cost me 10 or 20 times more than that, plus all the work to like put like tongue and groove in the sides of the van, plus how much it would weigh. And here's this wall paneling that's like a fraction of the price. So I scrapped the whole idea. Like, I'm not doing the staining, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna go and get these wall panels and put them in place. And like all this, you know, just different stuff. Like the floors, I was gonna do my own stain on the floors, and I went up to, you know, looking around, and I found my floors are sitting inside. Like they're like vinyl tongue and groove, and like it's gonna go in one day. I'm like, you don't need all that craziness, and it's still gonna look just as good. It's gonna be functional. So,
especially for a van, you know.
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
It's like,
and there's nothing saying that I couldn't spend the next 6 months working on this thing and take it on the first road trip, and it stops running. You know, you never know. I mean, it's 24-year-old vehicle. Like, you don't know. It runs good. No, that thing only has 72,000 miles on it.
Wow. That's 76.
Yeah, these people didn't drive them. He drove it back and forth to Florida a couple times. I mean, and, you know, and then like around the town. So it doesn't have much mileage on it. It passed inspection. Probably shouldn't have, but it passed inspection and like different things, and it runs great. Other than the battery, I've had no problems with it. But you don't know. You don't know if I'm going to take it out there, and then all of that work's going to go to nothing. And so,
yeah,
I have to keep reminding myself that.
Well, you got an amazing work ethic. Being able to do all this with your van on top of working and saving up to like pay off your debt.
Yeah.
How much debt did you say that you had?
A lot. I'll just say
a lot. Yeah, it was a lot of money, and I only got a small taste of college debt, and it was enough of a learning lesson for me that like I want to wait before I go to college, if I go to college at all. This guy's learning the hard way, and not only that, but like you have this debt that you're paying off while saving up, and like you bought the van, and like you're buying all this stuff and putting all this work into the van while working and stuff like that. Like, kudos to you, man. Props.
I'm convinced that I'm going to be paying college loan payments out of my Social Security. Like, that's the kind of like,
that's
you know.
That's the way it is for a lot of people.
Yeah,
it's
and it's
very
sad.
unfortunate.
It's really sad, and like they don't tell you that when you sign up. You know, they send you a big fancy, you're in, and then you go and you do it, and you think it's going to be this great thing, and you're going to be this big deal, and then you come out with a piece of paper that costs a ton of money, and you realize that everyone around you has a piece of paper that costs a ton of money. So what makes your piece of paper different? So.
Yeah, and another thing that sucks about it is that you're forced to kind of make such a huge decision about your entire life at such a young age before you even really know the repercussions of those actions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like a trick.
Yeah. So how about you guys? What's your plans on taking off in your vans? Or let me start off with, do you guys have any other future plans beyond where your vans are right now? Do anything different?
I want to build a deck on top of mine with, what are they called? Those pallets. I want to connect them and then build a little deck that you can crawl up on the ladder up top and kind of chill up on the rooftop chilling on the van. You know, that's about it though. I mean, I wanted to do what you're doing, like rip mine all totally apart, but then I seen it and I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I was like shedding a tear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same for me. I've talked about it in past videos. I wanted to do solar power and like have like electricity for a fridge and like a sink and stuff like that. And I was thinking about actually taking out the bed that's already in there and building a fixed bed, or like a bed that I pull down from the wall so I can have like more storage and more space and stuff like that. And it was all like idealistic and all, you know, it's good to have dreams and goals and stuff like that. But when I kind of have backed off on that because I think like I could do that, or I could have more money to travel. You know, like, can I get by with this and have more money to travel, or do I need this? You know what I mean? I kind of want to see how far I can get with as little as I have, as little as possible. So like, you know, I took the two middle seats out of my van. I'm probably gonna keep the bed that's in there because it's working. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's, you know, it's something. And I'm gonna see what I can do with that. You know, maybe I'll get like a cooler or something, but for the most part I don't really want to make any modifications to my van. I just want to fix what's not right. You know, like there's like a couple shades that are broken and stuff like that. One of the doors is like the hinges are dented, so like it's hard to open. So I kind of just want to like fix it up a little bit, but like as far as like major modifications, I'm kind of just like putting them on standby for the moment and just settling with what I have.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because I don't know, I think I'm just impatient to travel. I just really want to get out there and travel. So, you know, every scrap of money I save up, it's like I'm kind of just squirreling it away.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend it on like, you know, modifications on the van.
And I think you have to travel. Like, there's this stigma, like we were talking about, like social norms and stigmas. There's this stigma where like you're supposed to just work like your whole young to mid adult life, so that one day you can go and travel and do what you want to do. And like that's the norm, and like people look forward to that and they go out and work so hard. And like I keep going back, I had a teacher in high school and he worked for 45 years and he retired when he was like 68 years old. He retired at the end of the year, and that winter he dropped dead of a heart attack. So like he devoted, and like he loved what he did and he was a great guy and everything, but he spent his entire life devoting himself to a career, and then when he finally had the chance to go and be like who he wanted to be, he was gone. Sad. You know, and stuff like that, so that gets you thinking. Like, you know, so that's why I try to travel now, you know, like go out to Vegas and stuff like that, but then also in the back of my mind I'm like, okay, I gotta stash some money away. Like I can't just go, you know, run off to Vegas every other month, or run out here and different things. So it's a balance. You gotta do it to keep you sane though. At least I gotta travel to keep me sane. Like I gotta be going somewhere once in a while.
I think human beings by nature are nomadic.
I think so.